So, although I love talking about CDFIs, I love talking about the work we're doing, to me, it's empty without providing a name and a face to what we're doing. So it's easy for me to talk about self-help and, oh, we've grown from, our first capital being $77 to now having 50 or $5 billion in assets. But really, what does that matter if you don't have a name with a face about the people that you're trying to help? And so here I wanted to put a name and a face to some of the people that we're helping. In particular, I introduced you to Linda Jordan. Linda is from a small town in North Carolina, and she was ready to become a homeowner. I think Linda might have been in her 50s, and she had never purchased a home. She was living in public housing, but she wanted to do more with her life. I think she ended up going to an event that one of the self-help loan officers was attending and speaking at her church, and it was all about lending and how to purchase your first home. And Linda went up to the loan officer and she said, I'm really interested in buying a home, but I really don't think I can. And our loan officer said, okay, wait, we're not saying no just yet. Come into the office, let's talk, let's figure this out, and we'll try and get you to a place where you are eligible to purchase a home. So she worked with our loan officer for months, and eventually she was approved for a home from self-help. And she invited the team into her home after she bought it. I think it was like November. She was like, y'all bring your cameras, bring everything. I want you to see this new home. And so folks went down to see her house, and she was so excited. And she said, listen, I have already told my family that Christmas is going to be here this year. I'm going to get me a Christmas tree. I'm going to put it in that corner over there. And we are going to open gifts under that tree in my new house this Christmas. And for me, that's what CDFIs are doing. CDFIs are making a difference. They're building memories. They're helping people build lives so that they can support themselves and they can support their families. And so they can have some really nice Christmases in their own homes with their own trees. And so this is something that, this is just one of the examples of what a CDFI has done and how cash investments with community development financial institutions are making a difference in people's day-to-day lives. The next story I have is from Hope Credit Union, which is another wonderful, wonderful CDFI. And Hope Credit Union is actually based in Mississippi. But in particular, they worked with Jones Valley Teaching Farm. In this particular group, they operate a 3-acre educational farm in downtown Birmingham, Alabama. And they have gone from just being in Birmingham, Alabama, but to going to have particular teaching farms on the campuses of 6 local Birmingham public schools. So they are really teaching students how to eat healthy, how to grow their food, and how to do not only this for themselves, but also for their families, right? And so it's a ripple effect. Jones Family Teaching Farm, they've been hugely successful in the area. They've been achieving their mission, but they decided they wanted to step up. They wanted to increase their impact. And so what they decided in 2020 was that they wanted to build an 18,000 square foot Center for Food Education right there in Birmingham. And essentially this would have been a $7.5 million loan. Hope Credit Union stepped up because those were the types of people that they wanted to support. Those are the types of communities that they wanted to support. And Hope Credit Union gave them a $7 million loan in order to create this center for that particular community. And so another great thing, this is one particular story. CDFIs across the country are doing this all the time. And it's because of investments, whether that's in the form of a checking or a savings account or a CD, IRA, money market, whatever it may be, those small things, they are able to make impact in local communities like these.